Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. All use is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I have no interest in you. He leaves and she goes to take her shower. While in the shower, Shia suddenly feels weak and collapses. Feng returns, and when she doesn't respond, he enters the bathroom and finds her on the floor. He quickly helps her up and puts her on the bed, checking her temperature and realizing she has a slight fever. He gives her the medicine he bought. I sensed that you weren't feeling well when we were in the car, which is why I went to get you some medicine, he tells her. Take this and rest. He leaves the room to let her sleep. Later, Feng receives a call from Hugh, who asks him to go out with her because she's feeling anxious. He tells her that he's not available as he's at a hotel with Shia. Hugh is clearly upset and seems a bit jealous, revealing that she has feelings for him, though she hasn't admitted it to him yet. Feng does some work in the room until Shia walks in, unable to sleep. She sits down and says, I can't sleep. Let's talk for a bit, maybe it'll help. Feng agrees, and she starts asking him why he hates lying so much. She jokingly speculates that maybe when he was born, his father told him, if you lie, you'll die, which scared him so much that he never lied again. Feng is amused by her wild imagination and then decides to share the real reason. There was once a friend of mine, he begins, referring to Lei. When we were together, we were incredibly happy, but one day, because of a single lie, my friend's family lost everything. They were destroyed, his mother died, and his father went mad. From that day on, I swore I would never lie again. Shia is deeply moved by his story and feels a strong sense of empathy for him. Feng adds, but this is a secret, don't tell anyone. Shia promises, of course I won't tell anyone. She then goes to bed. The next morning, Shia wakes up late and worries that Feng might be angry with her, but she's relieved when she finds a note and breakfast left by Feng, telling her to eat and take care of her health until he returns. She sits down to eat, feeling happy, and wonders where Feng went. Though she doesn't worry too much, focusing instead on how good the food tastes. Feng arrives at the hospital to check on Lei's father from a distance. When he sees that he's doing better, Feng prepares to leave. Just then, Lei arrives and spots Feng, calling out to him. Feng turns around, and they stand silently for a moment. Lei then takes Feng aside and asks, did you come to visit my father because you knew I'd be here, right? Feng remains silent. Lei confronts Feng, saying, you're the one who made Leo leave the company and tried to prevent me from taking on the Chang Corporation project. Feng replies coldly, yes, I did, and this is just the beginning. You'll regret ever seeing me. He then walks away, leaving Lei standing there, unfazed by the threat. Lei doesn't let Feng's words get to him, and eventually returns to the hotel. When Lei arrives, he sees Shia asleep on the couch and thinks she might have fainted from exhaustion. He approaches her quietly, but she suddenly wakes up startled. They bump into each other, and Shia exclaims, you scared me. Lei notices a small nosebleed and quickly helps her, instructing her to look up while he laughs at her funny expressions. Shia is confused about why he's laughing. The next day at the office, Feng calls a team meeting and informs everyone that many competitors will try to take the Chang Corporation project from them. He announces that he needs someone to take charge of the designs that will be submitted soon. Lei considers raising his hand but hesitates out of shyness. Instead, Feng selects 2 other employees to handle the designs, and they nervously accept, knowing how difficult Feng is to please. After the meeting, Hugh approaches Shia and asks what happened and why they stayed at a hotel. Shia lies, saying we were visiting a client, and the car broke down, and for the record, we didn't stay in the same room. Hugh responds, good? You know, the worst thing a female employee can do is fall in love with her boss. Shia quickly reassures her, no way, that would never happen. I don't like him at all. How could I fall for him when he treats me like that? It would only end up hurting me. Hugh seems relieved and more at ease. Later, Feng receives a call from his sister's school about a problem she caused. He leaves the office and takes Shia with him. As they head out, Shia asks, where are we going? She soon learns that Feng has a younger sister. They arrive at the school, where they meet the principal and the mother of the girl Feng's sister had an issue with. Feng asks his sister what happened, and she explains, that girl bullies other students, so I put up an old picture of her with crooked teeth before they got fixed, hoping it would make her stop. Feng believes her story, but the other girl's mother is upset, and the principal insists that Feng's sister should either be expelled or transferred to another class. Feng and his sister refuse, leading to a tense exchange with the other girl's mother. Shia steps in to defuse the situation, suggesting, both Feng's sister and your daughter made mistakes. If your daughter apologizes for her bullying, Feng's sister will apologize for the photo. That way, they can both make amends. The mother and Feng's sister agree to this, and the issue is resolved. Feng is impressed by Xia's quick thinking, and his sister grows fond of her as well.
On the way home, Feng's sister continues to chat with Xia, clearly liking her more and more.
When Feng drops Xia off at her place, she hesitates before getting out of the car and says, "By the way, I lied to Hugh. I told her we were visiting a client and didn't stay in the same room at the hotel, so if she asks, please don't expose me." He tells her, "What do I have to do with this? You're lying, and you want me to cover up your lie." "Liar," she replies. "I lied to protect your secret, just like you asked me to, so you're the one who's wrong." He says, "Enough, get out," and walks away, leaving her behind. She goes inside and finds Xia has brought food and sweets to celebrate that her new drama script was approved. She sits and eats with her, but she doesn't know that the script is based on Feng's story and his hatred for lies. Xia keeps asking her about what happened between her and Feng to continue writing, but she still has no idea. Later that night, Feng arrives home with his sister. She asks him why he quickly liked Xia since she always used to hate his assistant. He replies, "Because she understands what I want and we both get each other. I did what I wanted and I taught that girl lesson so she won't bully the students again. And she made the girl apologize to you, which is exactly what I had in mind. So I won, and it's all thanks to her." He says, "All right, smart one. Go on," and she replies, "Okay," and leaves him to go inside. A few days later at the company, he presents the designs that the two employees from the Chang project were assigned to create. He gets upset and says, "Are these the designs you want to submit for the bid? Go out and fix them." The employees leave, feeling very disappointed. They run into Hugh and tell him he didn't like the designs again. "It looks like we're going to resign." They leave, and Hugh sits down, frustrated. Xia thinks for a moment, then sits next to him and says, "You're the best designer here," he replies. "No, Feng is the best, and I'm ashamed. After what I did, I can't ask Feng for this." Xia responds, "Feng actually wanted to choose you, but you know how tough he is. He said he wanted to test you and see if you'd come to him and ask to lead this project." He asks her, "You're not lying like last time, right?" She answers, "Come on, man, I'm being honest this time." He finally agrees and decides to ask Feng to take on the project. She's thrilled that she managed to convince him. He goes to Feng and says, "I want to help with the Chang project." Feng replies, "All right." He's happy and says, "I'm really sorry for what I did before. Let me know if you ever need me to work on anything." Feng realizes that Xia lied and tells him there's no need to tell Xia. Xia overhears this and thinks that Feng is going to scold her. She goes in and stands nervously, expecting to be fired, but Feng just tells her to take the files and doesn't bring up the subject. She's surprised but leaves. Feng smiles, pleased that she solved his problem, but Xia remains anxious all day, wanting to apologize. Later, he tells her, "Be prepared to stay late with me," and she agrees. That night, she goes to apologize but finds him asleep. She moves closer and says, "You look innocent when you're sleeping, but when you're awake, you always make me nervous." He wakes up and she panics, stepping back. She accidentally knocks over a model of a castle that he had made. She gets flustered and apologizes. He picks it up and goes inside, and she follows, repeatedly apologizing. He says, "It's fine, don't worry about it." She insists, "No, I want to fix it." He asks, "Can you?" She confidently replies, "Of course, of course." She starts putting all the pieces back in place, successfully restoring the model. Feng is impressed and says, "You seem pretty smart." She admits, "To be honest, I really like all the designs you make, and I especially love this one. I look at it every day, so I knew how to put it back together." They continue chatting casually, lightening the mood. They step outside into the fresh air and chat for a while.